There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Are you boys ready? Man,
to get
Picasso
into it.
was only 5'4".
Picasso was tiny. But Pablo Picasso never got called an asshole.
No, well, yes, he was.
I think he
No,
probably
many
did a
people.
bunch.
Not in New York.
Whoa.
We don't know that. Yeah, he did. Everyone in New York gets called an asshole.
Man.
If you help someone out too well, they're like, you fucking asshole.
We're sitting here. We're trying to do, this is a little bit of a true crime roundup before we get into our big series
Put
next
your
week.
cowboy boots on. Do you have some spurs? Kick a cow.
Kick a cow. But
You don't know
today
what
is
spurs
also-
are used for, do you?
No, I thought they were used for kicking cows.
That's what I thought too.
But back kick. It's gotta
Yeah,
be
that's
back
what I thought. I thought it was about giving them a kick with the heel and that makes them go faster.
Honestly, I think they're for digging in when you're having a little too much fun on the ranch. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
now we're going to get letters from these cowboys incensed that they are not bottoms.
It ain't gay if there's a cow watching.
But today is also a mournful day because we lost the Mount Rushmore of last podcast on the left. We lost Kenneth Anger, Tina Turner,
Okay.
Wade Boggs.
Yes,
one day.
indeed.
In one day. And I'll never go on a plane again.
So Kenneth Anger, Wade Boggs, and Tina Turner walk into heaven.
I'm just laughing, thinking about it.
Isn't that something? Although I don't think Kenneth Anger is in heaven.
No.
No.
No. Well, he would not want to be, but in the end, I don't think he did the Hail Mary at the very end. He's a very famous Thelamite, so he goes where Thelamites go, which is the vape store.
And of course, Thelamite, the isopod of religion. I don't know why. It just seems like it sounds like it.
Well, they're both are dripping with horrible juices.
All right, let's hop right into it. I'm going to beat that till it's dead. Welcome to the last podcast on the left. Ben, Henry, and Marcus. Woo! True Crime Roundup.
Yeehaw!
Oh, I was going like, please. Woo!
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah,
Round
sure.
up.
Rounding up the criminals.
Hey, boys, let's go round up some criminals. That's what they say every day.
They always do. They're like, boys, get your tightest batons on. We're going out there to get some criminals.
And hey, be careful out there.
Be careful out there.
Be careful out there.
Oh, what a fantastic song.
First up, a story out of New York City.
Oh, yeah.
A woman has got 21 years for trying to kill her doppelganger with poisoned cheesecake.
Now, we have tried to cover this story on Side Stories a couple of times.
We get
but
sidetracked by the cheesecake.
it has been on more than one occasion that Kissel has then got into what kind of cheesecake. Is there a drizzle? Is there a graham cracker bottom? And you're like, there's a bunch of other info here.
Also, did she make the band when she walked over the Brooklyn Bridge for P. Diddy?
What?
MTV's making the band.
I remember that.
They had to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge to get P. Diddy a bit of cheesecake from Junior's.
The Juniors. Yes, that's right. I remember because that's the.
But it had nothing to do with music.
No,
I
it
always
didn't.
remember
The Juniors over by the Alamo Draft House?
No, I think
No.
it was the original Juniors.
the one
Oh,
downtown
okay.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
one
go
by the
over
barbecue joint.
They go over the Brooklyn Bridge to Dumbo.
Yeah, the downtown Brooklyn one near the Alamo Draft House, right next to the Dallas Barbecue.
Yeah, but the Alamo Draft House
Was
is
it
so
there
new.
until-
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so much. It's a newer reference.
I just remember the Chappelle sketch when he they make him carry him and stuff as P. Diddy. You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was fun. I don't know where to go from that. Remember that other sketch? Remember when Chris Farley asked Paul McCartney if he was dead? Remember Stuart Smalley?
My brain is already filled with all of the shit for next week.
Next week is going to be fantastic, along with this episode.
Well, this story, I'm going to make sure we get through this shit. We're not
Great.
getting sidetracked on Juniors. We're getting through this story. A Russian woman living in New York City was sentenced to 21 years in jail for poisoning her similar-looking friend with sedative-laced cheesecake, then stealing her identification and other valuables.
Hot girls poison their friends. What's her name?
Her last name is Nasyrova. Nasyrova.
How do you spell it? Because I want to look up and see what she looks like.
Nasyrova.
It's MILF.
Oh, yeah.
Russian.
Yep,
This
her
thing
last name is Nasyrova.
I don't think you need a sedative for cheesecake. Cheesecake itself, rich, dense, creamy, dairy. It is in itself a sedative.
She poisoned them. It wasn't just making them sleepy.
No, I know, but you know.
Yeah, it was poisoned with a highly potent sedative that she hoped would cause this woman to die, and then she scattered pills around her body to make it look like a suicide.
She didn't even understand it's death by chocolate, not death by cheesecake.
No, I know that this woman was a dominatrix.
Yeah, at one point she was a dominatrix. Before we get into her background, though, let's get into the crime itself. Nasyrova brought Cheesecake over to beautician Olga Sivik's home on August 28th, 2016.
Yes.
The two were close in age. Sivik was 35, and they were also close in appearance. They both had dark hair. They had the same complexion. They had similar physical traits, and both of them are Russian speakers, although the woman in question is Russian and the victim is Ukrainian.
And if you look at them, you can see, same eyebrow structure. One has a bit of a plumper face, but the same eye color, which I actually think is really interesting. But in Russia, cake cheeses you.
Well, Nasyrova, I mean, she actually was pretty clever about this. She came over with the cheesecake.
How much cheesecake are we talking? Are we talking a slice?
We're talking.
Because I actually think it's offensive to bring a single person a full cheesecake.
No, here's what she did. She brought 3 slices. She sat down. She herself ate 2 pieces of cheesecake.
I'm so big and clumsy. I always force the food. Everywhere I go, I'm always consuming and grushing.
So wait, she ate 2/3 of the gift herself?
Yes, she ate 2 pieces of cheesecake first
To show.
Then the 3rd slice, after she showed her how yummy that cheesecake
my
was.
God, Russians.
I'm full of all the different crime. I always get the gush.
So she brought 3 cheesecakes, ate 2 in front of this woman, and this woman's just sitting there like, why the fuck you bring cheesecake to eat at my house?
Then she offered the 3rd slice.
I could not
to
possibly
Civic.
eat 3 slices of cheesecake. I have ordered diarrhea this morning.
I believe it.
But you think about that. You watch this woman power eat 2 pieces of cheesecake. Honestly, it's more of a dare. It's more
It's
being
weird.
like, no,
Yeah.
hey, I want one too.
Yeah.
Right, I guess so.
And so after this woman ate the 3rd slice of cheesecake, which was poisoned, and good on Nasyrova for keeping track of which ones are poisoned and which ones weren't.
Impossible.
Yes, I'm sure that one just has like a giant P on it for poison.
Yeah.
Also, my God, I will say that the Russians, plutonium, very good poisoners.
Oh, yeah.
Although I heard the sushi is kind of good in Russia.
Well, I believe they're using.
That's what somebody said.
I believe it's polonium. The stuff
Polonium,
that they've
yeah.
been. It's
What did I say?
Plutonium.
But plutonium.
Oh, plutonium.
Well, it's because they use a powderized version of a radioactive material. You just saw another guy that was speaking out against the war, currently the Ukrainian war, Russia versus Ukraine. Another guy just mysteriously fell asleep and didn't wake up on a plane. Very, very sick. Apparently, he was a critic of the war, and apparently it makes you real allergic to polonium.
That's so bizarre. Also, a bunch of people just jumping out of buildings.
Yeah, they really are.
Or
Yeah, I mean,
are they? They need Ace Ventura on the case.
Well, the woman who was the victim here, she felt sick after eating the cheesecake and went to lie down. She soon was violently vomiting. She was floating in and out of consciousness, and she was terrified that there was something wrong with her. Civic said that the last thing she remembered before passing out was seeing Nasyrova walking around her room. The next day, a friend of Civic's discovered her unconscious in bed with pills scattered around her body.
You see how hard when she takes the pills? She is like in that Mario Doctor game. When she goes, she trips and the pills, they pop out of her vagina.
But if she was trying to commit suicide, she would take them.
No, but that's the thing. I guess it was just some sort of pill explosion.
Pill attack. Someone came while she was sleeping at night, threw a handful of pills in her mouth.
So she was taken to the hospital for treatment under the assumption that she had tried to kill herself. But once she returned home, Civic realized that her passport and employment authorization card were missing, as were a gold ring and other unspecified valuables.
Man, that's why you always got to make sure again, we're not trying to encourage murder here, but complete the job. Like, this is all
she
about
thought that she did.
seeing things through.
You got to wait around until she stops breathing.
But then you're there way too long.
Well,
Evidence mounts.
Technically, you feed her a bunch of the cheesecake. Once she's passed out, you put a plastic bag over her head. You duct tape the plastic
that
bag
defeats
around
the
her
purpose.
face, and she doesn't fall. No, but then she just died. You remove the bag at the end because now she's dead.
I wonder if they could tell.
No, you just use a pillow. Plastic bag, there's way too much residue left behind on that.
Depending if they decide that it looks suspicious. If it just looks like a suicide, you write a letter next to it going like, I will never ever be Snooki, no matter what I do. Like
I
you
agree.
write a fake
big
suicide letter,
yeah.
you make her really sad. You push her lips down so it looks like she's frowning.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
No, but I think if you have the pills scattered around, if you have the cheesecake, if you have all of this, then I think you take the chance with the pillow that quite possibly no one is going to look into it, that they're just going to say like, okay, another suicide, let's move on.
Is this not true when it comes to Marilyn Monroe, that the pill bottles were full? And that's why people think the CIA killed her. Wasn't there
all over
something
the place.
where there was like a bunch of pills, and then they're like, well, if she took all the pills, why would there be a bunch of pills there?
We should probably do an episode at some point about the
killed
death of Marilyn Monroe.
I think we did. Didn't we
We've
do
covered a
like an
lot.
extra like after the JFK? Didn't we do like an?
No, we never did it.
We never did it.
We
Okay.
never did. We wanted
And
to do
we
it.
wanted to do it, and we may one day. And so therefore,
I love it. Great.
I will not have an opinion on it because I have not looked into it enough to form.
There's a
an
lot
opinion.
of
Yeah.
stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff we don't know because, again, yes, one of the pill bottles could have been filled, but
Perhaps.
she probably could have burned through a bunch of them. She was doing them habitually, but then it
She
was
was
kind of
abused.
surprising. But she built a certain tolerance over a period of time. Why now? Why true crime now?
True.
But wasn't she with Joe DiMaggio?
She was with a lot of the boys.
She was with Joe DiMaggio. She was also with what's his name, who wrote The Crucible.
Arthur Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a rocket in the set.
Yeah, the Arthur Miller thing doesn't make any sense to me. I've never
What are you
seen what he
talking
looks
about?
like. Is he a
Yeah,
hunk?
he's a handsome guy. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn.
Okay.
He wrote some very sexy novels.
That's Henry Miller.
Oh.
Arthur Miller is a unattractive playwright, but it was a real.
what I thought.
Marilyn Monroe said that what she loved about him was his intelligence. Marilyn Monroe was the type of person that really. Marilyn Monroe was a construct. It was a
Norma
character you just
Jean.
met. Yes, she was a very bright lady,
I know.
and she actually was felt that Arthur Miller brought that more out of her and took that side of her more seriously. I mean, he also loved Jumble and the Bumblies,
Of
but
course.
that's a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way about Anna Nicole Smith, and she
Yes.
was the first person that we watched die for our entertainment.
Did you see
and
the
the
new
blood is on all of our hands.
Did you see the documentary?
No, I mean, I love her.
It's very sad. The documentary is very,
Oh.
very sad.
Did they go into the clown video?
Well, the clown video is classic, but the clown.
You don't remember the clown
She was
video?
dressed as a clown talking to her daughter, who was also dressed as. Technically, she was being fun mom.
Well, no, she wasn't being fun, Mom. She was so incredibly fucked up on pills she could barely
should.
talk.
What her intention was to be fun mom.
I see, Henry, because what I
I'm looking
remember,
now.
you got a confused look on your face. I remember way back in the days when we used to do those live shows at the Creek and the Cave, and we used to show videos that you wanted to show the Anna Nicole Smith clown video, and I argued against it, saying it was too sad. But
Too
you
sad.
said, no, people are gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
What happened when he showed
I
it?
know it. People got really sad, and there was a strange silence that settled into the room.
Artists have to have a palette of many
Yep.
styles and flavors.
And this was actually before I was ever on stage with the two of you. This was when I was still back up in the booth. And
Yeah,
man,
I mean,
got
this is
to just,
extremely sad. I'm
I got
looking
to
at it right
watch it
now. yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
It even says here, sad clown footage of Anna Nicole Smith
It is
shows her
sad.
wheeling a toy baby and pram into a house. But at the time, I thought things that were really sad were really funny because
As opposed to now.
I was angry. Now
You're an angry man,
Now
yeah.
I'm way more like,
Yeah.
I am saddened.
Yes.
I'm saddened, and of course, her lawyer Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we've all grown over the years. Like, for example, I don't find the video of the two Russian guys.
Swirling the grandmother around.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
it
I don't find that funny.
Yeah, you do.
anymore.
I mean, it's
Actually,
absolutely
so funny.
hilarious.
Because
Yeah. She didn't die.
that's why that video is funny, because of her noises. Because
Anyway.
again, I like that. It's funny. She lived. Yeah, she's not fucking dead.
Still, the saddest celebrity video ever leaked was David Hasselhoff eating that hamburger.
It
off
was
the
about
floor.
holding a mirror up to him. But her new bodyguard, Momo, her bodyguard, is saying that Anna Nicole Smith actually played up the pill addiction way more for the cameras, which I think is actually not true.
No, I
Interesting.
think that she had a massive pill
Yes.
addiction.
Yeah,
but I
really
think
big
that
pill
Harvey,
addiction.
that Howard Stern character lawyer was feeding her.
Well,
anyway,
he
that's
actually,
a whole other story.
There's a lot of people say he was actually kind of a weirdly good force in that home for a period of time because he was but it all came down to the weird baby thing. We don't know who the father of the son was. It's a long story. It's very sad.
Jerry Springer's dead and we'll never know.
That's right.
Let's get back to the cheesecake.
Well, the next day, after, of course, she came back and noticed that all of her gold was gone, or her passport was missing, FBI came in, tested the cheesecake residue in the empty dessert container.
Fat ass fucking New York detective. Finally, he's like, "You mean to tell me today's the day? I'm finally, my expertise comes to the forefront."
Hey, Mayor Big Bird. Bo Deedle here. Bo Deedle on the case. Bo Deedle has a book in Marcus's office.
Yeah, one tough cop.
It is a single dumb. I read a page. It's the dumbest thing I've ever read.
And I do love how like your New York political references will forever remain in the year you moved away from New York.
That's how it is.
Like
Mayor Big Bird.
Yeah, the mayor will always be Bill de Blasio. Like it'll never change. Well, once they tested the pills and the cheesecake residue, it came back for phenazepam, which prosecutors describe as a highly potent sedative. It is available for prescription in Russia, but not controlled in the U.S.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. She laced a slice of cheesecake with a deadly drug. This is what the attorney said, the district attorney, Katz. He said she laced a slice of cheesecake with a deadly drug so she could steal her unsuspecting victim's most valuable possession, her identity.
I mean, it depends on the identity.
Yeah, but isn't the identity still what you make it? Like, isn't she still going to fuck that one up? If she fucked her old one up?
I think that she was hasty.
Yeah.
And I think that she didn't fully think all of this through. Most people who do identity theft don't. I think that that's a common problem.
No, but identity
they
theft
get the identity, and then you're like, what do I do now? I like the guy that I just had a guy break into my, he tried to get through my Amex, blah, 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 but he went through my Wayfair account. He broke into my Wayfair account. And what did he buy? 3 big grills. It was like very strange. I guess with intent to sell. Like, do you get that? Can you pull a guy over and then look at his back and see 3 grills in the back and you're like, well, actually, this is now you're kind of a propane dealer. And then you get arrested for selling grills without a license.
That's why you always just want to have like an eighth of weed on you. If you have like an ounce, they think you're going to distribute.
Yeah, and I always take it right out of my ass to show the cop that that's where I keep it nice and warm.
Yes.
This Russian woman, she had reason to steal an identity because at that moment in 2017, Interpol was closing in because she was wanted for a 2014 murder in Russia.
No shit. Where was Franz Ferdinand?
Interpol sounds fun. I think if I could do...
That's very good. Very good, yes. Very good.
It's good.
But how droll. Drawl.
Interpol, I think if I could choose one agency to work for, Interpol sounds pretty fun. You get to travel the world and you get to find real criminals. This isn't the fucking, this isn't traffic cop stuff.
Yeah, it isn't post office cop territory.
Oh, post office, you'll find a real criminal there.
I think Interpol would be a very difficult job to get.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have to know multiple languages. You have to be like a true
international person.
Yeah.
Well, Nasyrova was accused of killing her friend, Alla Alexenko, and stealing her life savings in Russia in 2014. The following year, Interpol issued a red notice for Nasyrova's arrest for murder. In other words, a request to law enforcement worldwide to locate and provisionally arrest a person pending their extradition or surrender.
You know what I would say if I stole a bunch of money from a Russian? What am I going to do with all these rubles? What do I do with all these rubles?
I mean, it's a serious question to ask. It's a legit question to ask. You probably should answer it before you do all the murdering and the stealing.
Rubles, great name for money. I would take the name ruble over the name dollar.
Yeah, all about the rubles.
Life is all about the rubles. It's about the rubles you make along the way.
That makes any sense. That actually is just about having a job. I'm looking at this woman, and she's interesting because beautiful face.
Very beautiful
Very
face,
beautiful face.
But
and
not as beautiful as the woman whose identity she tried to supplant.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the woman she was trying to take the identity of was actually way hotter than she was.
Way hotter.
Yeah, she was shooting way out of her league.
Is that a problem?
I think so.
But why would she steal why would she steal an uglier person's identity? It's proven scientifically that life is easier when you're attractive.
It's to show you're humble.
But I think stealing a person whose identity is more attractive than you, I think that's actually better because then you can just say, oh, what happened to you? Oh, I let myself go.
Yeah,
You let
I
yourself
got
go.
fat and dumpy.
You know, that's a solid point,
Yes.
and I have some
I am
personal evidence.
uglier now. I am stressed and mad.
I would use my middle brother, Chris, the model. I would use his ID when I
sure.
was underage,
Mhm.
and I was very heavy. You think I'm a little chubby now. You should have seen me 75 pounds more. But I was able to just be like, yeah, I put on some weight. Because they'd look at it and be like, but we're about the same height-ish, red hair.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I put on some weight. And then they got shamed, and they didn't want to be like, well, you're a real fat fuck now. So they would just give it to me.
As my hairline changes, I just tell the police officers, well, as you can see, my skull and brain are expanding.
Also, why does TSA not understand that people grow facial hair?
They don't
Yeah,
like
they're
it.
hard
Because
with
I
that.
don't have any fucking facial hair in my photos.
Yeah, and they immediately
And they're just
assume
like-
that you're like
it's like,
Osama
yes,
bin
but-
Laden. Yeah, you're like, oh,
Oh,
look,
no.
he must have been growing to be. Oh, someone was radicalized.
Mhm.
And you don't understand that
love
you
that.
just were radicalized meant like you were made super cool.
Nice. In the 80s.
Well, this woman, Nasyrova, in New York City, once she arrived after murdering her friend in Russia, she was not a model citizen. While she was in New York City, she was working as an escort or a dominatrix, which that is
That's
not
the
a bad thing at all.
That's the purest thing about her.
That is absolutely the purest thing about her, but
Huh.
she would sedate her clients
Yeah, that's
and
not
rob them of their jewelry and other possessions.
That's the thing, honestly, when it comes to sex work, when it comes to being a dominatrix specifically, the key word is trust.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I don't like that she was drugging all of these people.
No.
Smacked their balls, gaped their buttholes, but please leave their finances alone.
Honestly, just help everyone help everyone.
Now,
Mhm.
it's been an ongoing problem in New York City for many, many years. Escorts, dominatrixes,
Yeah.
et cetera, stealing watches from clients, stealing money, using their credit
Are
cards.
they a bunch of crows?
It's kind of fun.
Well, they're gambling on the fact that it's highly embarrassing to be robbed by an escort or to be robbed by a dominatrix.
I think
I
that's why
find-
I haven't been robbed.
What you got to do is that you got to raise the prices for yourself. Understand
Yeah.
that the market bears higher prices for dick sucking and dick mangling projects. Like
Well.
you can get in there and set your premium high.
Mm-hmm.
Dick sucking really isn't even that common of a practice within the art.
What do you mean?
They have so many condoms, and then sometimes they just put latex gloves on you.
On
Huh?
you?
Yeah,
They put latex gloves over your penis?
Fill a latex glove full of a bunch of lube and you just use that. Condoms are expensive.
They are. Yeah.
I don't know. I can only speak about other people's experiences that they've told me.
Nasyrova has been sentenced to 21 years in prison
Okay.
for the Cheesecake attempted murder. However, she said, quote, I am not a killer. I'm a woman.
I am woman.
Well, that's not what. No, that's not. What
I am woman, only woman.
Whoa.
the fuck does that mean? We're bringing transgender issues into this?
No, she's not a killer. She's only a woman.
I'm only a woman.
What does that have to do with anything?
She can kill with her smile. She can wound with her eyes, which actually, that's Billy Joel's already shown what it means to be a woman, which is inherently a murderer.
Women can kill. Women do kill. There's books called Women Who Kill.
She can do as she pleases. She's nobody's fool. So you can ask for forgiveness.
Straight
She'll
up now,
never
tell
agree.
me. Straight up now, tell me. Do you think we're going to, do this forever?
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Wow. Only a woman. I just think that's a horrible excuse. She doesn't.
Only a woman.
I'm only a comedian. That's what I say at every turn.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
And so we have successfully covered the Cheesecake Killer story.
Now
Well, thank
we
you.
actually kind of know what the story
Yeah.
was.
And you know how she got the Interpol request put out?
How?
They were looking for, and they found a red light camera where she was driving with the corpse of her friend in the front seat of the car, just sitting there dead.
Have you met my friend? Her name is Bernina.
yes.
And we go to beach clubhouse together. Then we make fun visit to White House.
Oh, that would be very fun.
Would be fun.
All right.
So for our next story, let's head over to Australia.
Okay.
Down under.
A jumping castle operator has been jailed over arson attacks on his rivals.
Let's see.
Weird.
Again.
Okay.
This is I want to say bouncy house culture and the business
Is there a
behind
culture?
bouncy. Oh yeah.
As we'll
But
get into it, there is quite Melbourne at the very least. Melbourne, Australia is big in the bouncy house business.
there's a community, but it's I would say tangential to carnies, right?
Oh,
And
yes,
in
yeah.
that
The
world-
amusement industry.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then if we are dealing with carnies,
Amusements,
right?
yeah.
Yes, amusement
Right.
people, these carnival people, they have sometimes reputations of ill repute.
Well, they're
Because-
rogue, but that's what you want, because then they also have to be carnies forever because it's the only job they can legally have.
Yeah.
And also, don't we give them a lot of power over our lives?
Oh, yeah, we literally give it all up to a bunch of absolutely checked out 16-year-olds that have been up all night drinking gasoline out of the tilt-a-whirl.
Well, that's why the interesting thing is with the carny, you want to make sure that they're just right and fucked up enough
To stay loose.
to stay loose.
Stay present.
But then also they can focus, because again, the worst time or the most dangerous time when an alcoholic or a drug addict acts out, usually they don't got what they need.
Yeah, keep them drunk.
You got to keep them kind of drunk, keep them a little methed out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a vicious cycle for the carny too, because once carny's on your resume, I mean, you can't really do anything else.
It's difficult. I guess you can go to sort of. There's probably an executive carny suite for.
I'm sure there is.
Higher
I mean,
level. I know where to
lateral-
Cirque du Soleil
It's going to be lateral moves for a carny though.
for a while. Yeah.
Well, James Balcom's desire to be number one in Melbourne's Jumping Castle game has seen him jailed for up to 11 years over a series of arson attacks on rivals.
Well, that's the opposite of a
You
bouncy
gotta
house.
fucking take these guys out of the knees, man.
The county court of Victoria heard that Balcom, whose company Awesome Party Hire was ranked number one on Google after he commissioned the attacks on rival businesses, he was arrested after he ordered that his own shed be burnt down.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. That is
What?
a real. He is a bouncy house Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So this is arson.
Yeah, the court heard that Balcom had commissioned a man named Craig Anderson to burn down his own factory called Kangaroo Flat. As he was concerned, police would be suspicious that he was the only bouncy house guy
All right.
whose building hadn't been burned down. So he's thinking
Right.
like, okay, the cops, I'm going to be seen as the only one who isn't burned down. So I got to make him think that there's some sort of bouncy house criminal who wants to take down all of the bouncy houses in Melbourne.
Okay, who do I pin this on? I'm gonna get the guy who. It's realtors of stable houses.
Yes,
This is the problem,
indeed.
is that all these guys are coming for the bouncy houses. That's what we tell the police because of how fun a bouncy house and how boring a normal structured house is.
Man, can you imagine if you were forced to live a normal life in a bouncy house?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
How horrible would that turn out to be?
I feel like that's a good would you rather. Like, would you do it for
Would you-
forever if you got like $20 million?
But you have to live in a bouncy
You
house.
just live in a bouncy house for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you could make it work.
Oh, yeah.
For $20 million? I mean, that's the thing is
I'd
that
sleep in the bouncy. That's where you sleep.
Well, you have to.
You got your laptop in there.
there's
You would
going
have-
to be
that's where your bathroom
You're
has to
mostly
be.
going to be going on vacation.
there's going to be a lot of parameters here though. So like, okay, so bathroom wise, like is the
Oh,
bathroom
no, you're shitting either out on the grass or inside the bouncy
No,
house.
then
and it's
that's-
going
but if
up
you
and
have-
down with you.
But if you have $20 million, can you install a porta potty
Yes.
outside? One of those really nice ones.
That's what I would do.
Everything
Like the
has to be
trailers.
in the house.
Yeah.
Well, everything has to be inside the house.
You have to live in the home.
Oh,
I
so
mean-
you're using you're using just pots because
Yeah.
that's the thing. If you're using anything of weight, you're going to pop the bouncy house, and if you pop the bouncy house, killed.
And then you don't
You're-
picture, and then
you're
you're
shot
20
in the back of
million.
the head.
Yeah.
You'll be killed if it ever pops.
Also, I don't know if the term commissioned is the proper term for what this man was. He didn't. He's not painting the Obamas.
No.
He was just told to go blow up my bars.
But this guy, because they're sitting there, because are they both in clown makeup? Like, do they hang out like?
I think that you are being a little bit of a bouncy housist.
I don't
These
know.
are bouncy house people. These are not clowns
This
or
man set
carnies.
fire to his own fucking factory.
He's motivated.
I mean, I can see where Henry's coming from. I do think that the carnies and the bouncy house people are definitely in the same sport, the same ballpark.
Yeah.
But Ben, I do also agree with you where I think that the bouncy house people probably look down on the carnies.
I also
Of
think
course.
the clowns look down on both of them because clowning is an art, one of the oldest arts of all time. And clowns, they still take it very
Well, it's
seriously.
like comedy. It's very real. Stand-ups look down on sketch people, and collectively, we all look down on people who do improv.
Absolutely.
That's
There
the way
always
it
has
goes.
to be somebody below you in a structure.
And then improv people, I guess they just
They
call
just
those
look
people or
down
something.
on anybody else.
They look down on the guy who thinks he's funny at the office.
Oh,
but he's not
yeah.
really.
Exactly.
But he doesn't do it on the weekends.
Yeah, not like me having sex with my students.
Oh, well, hello.
Well, the court heard that Balcom, that's the bouncy house company owner,
That's Bouncy Malcolm.
Bouncy Malcolm. Well, 3 days after that March 2017 fire, the guy who he commissioned to burn down his own factory, he got arrested. They caught him 3 days. And then he named Balcom as the instigator of that blaze. And then once he gave up that information, Anderson spilled the whole story and said,
Oh,
like,
my
you know, this
God.
bouncy house fucking caper you guys
It
have
goes
been
deeper
chasing.
than you think it does. It's the deepest story here in Melbourne. Can you fucking imagine that too? Because that's, of course, your fucking bouncy house assassin's gonna flip. He's
I
from
know.
the bouncy house community.
I agree, not stable. You know, I love Australia. I love the Australian people.
Of course.
That's great.
But I've been a little bit disappointed in their lack of criminality. When I was growing up, it was like they're all criminals, they're all crazy. But now they're all. I think they've been subdued by the state too much.
Well, there's been a lot of they do have effective control over the automatic rifles and automatic weapons. So I think it's
and
great.
they closed the bars early because some dude's mayor, some kid got fucking
That was in
punched out.
Sydney, and they are figuring that out. But then the rest of them, like, honestly, we had Ned Kelly,
Are they
who's a
violent
fascinating character. There's a lot of violence. You got the Snowden murders, which we're going to cover this
Oh,
year.
yeah, sure,
There's
sure.
a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of fucked up shit. Wolf Creek is all based off of
I
real
love
stuff that happens
Wolf
out in the
Creek.
outback.
Well, Australia, after Martin Bryan, they sort of lost their taste for it.
Yeah, you know, that's
It's
where
not
you.
like here. We keep it alive here. We keep true mass violence fresh.
Yeah,
in
we
America.
keep it fresh and we keep doing it bigger and better.
ways,
New
capitalism.
ways, new places, new locations. You don't know where it's coming from.
That's
ever.
the interesting irony of the human mind. If it continues to happen, don't we forget faster? Indeed.
That is an interesting irony.
That I
It
don't
is.
know.
Yeah, because what was the last shooting?
Yeah.
What was the last shooting?
Yeah. Name the last mass shooting.
I shot an audition yesterday. My house.
All right, there we go. Via
There we go.
Zoom.
There we go. Via Zoom.
That was improv.
Yep.
Well, Balcom, that's the bouncy house man, 58. He's 58 years old. Is this a 58-year-old's crime?
Yes.
This
Yes,
to me, this
stupid.
seems like a 43-year-old's crime.
I don't know how the guy got busted in 3 days for burning down a fucking barn.
I
but
think 43 years was when he was a carny.
could be.
Well, he appeared on Thursday by video link from prison in the county court, and there in court he was jailed for 11 years. The judge, Stuart Bayless, said that while Balcom's goal may have been to advance his own business by orchestrating the arson attacks, the damage had extended far beyond that. The judge said, quote, "It impacted the lives and livelihoods of others, caused significant loss, suffering, and emotional trauma."
Okay.
See, I love it because they call it we call it a bouncy house. They seem to call it a jumping castle.
A jumping castle. Well, jumping castles. Yeah.
It is. That's fine.
It's similar.
I'm looking at James Balcom, and I feel like God, I get it. On some level, do I want to burn down every other podcast studio that exists? Yes.
Absolutely.
You do? Well, just to make sure that we're the only ones.
Yeah.
But I also
no,
know
because
that that's
we have to. There has to be others, so then people can come and say, "Oh, that's how it's done."
But see, this is the balance. This is why
That's
there's
the
three
balance
of us. If it was just me
Yeah.
in charge of this, I could very well see me in the same hands as James Balcom, who definitely looks the fucking part. I am
he
just
looks
now
like
looking at
he
him.
looks like Bubbles from Trailer
He
Park Boy.
looks like
He's one of those guys that when he was born, they used the forceps on his head
He
and it
looks
shaped
like
into a
Bert.
cone and it never went back.
He's got Bert's fucking haircut, but he's blonde. He looks like Bert.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good. But no, I that's why there's balance.
Yeah, that's where there's balance. Because that's the thing is that first you said, I want to burn down all podcast studios. And I said, yeah, that sounds great. And then Ben made his argument. And that way I got to think about the two opposing
Right.
sides.
Think.
And then that's when I can decide, like, no, Ben, you're right. We
Also,
shouldn't burn down all of them.
It's
No,
almost
because
impossible.
then it's too easy for us.
Hmm.
We need the challenge of being the number 35 podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. It's almost impossible to find these places because they're recording live from an undisclosed bunker, 3314 Wilson Road in Austin, Texas. God damn, I gotta start giving the address. Guys, we gotta move again.
Well, the judge said that Balcom was so set on destroying his rivals, he told his burn man to return to businesses when the initial fire only caused minor damage.
Yes.
One business was targeted 3 times before the fire was deemed well, good enough.
I actually think the man shouldn't be in prison. The burn man should be in prison.
They're both in prison.
They're
both in prison.
How
Yeah.
did
You know
he
who
hire?
doesn't? You know who needs to get together in a fucking suicide squad of fucking evil businessmen? Is we gotta get this dude.
Mhm.
We gotta get Joe Exotic out of prison.
I agree with
he
that.
teams up with Papa John to break Joe Exotic out of fucking prison. That,
Yep.
my friend, is the gayest suicide squad that could possibly be.
Well, you
and
could
it's
do it.
gonna be out of bounds.
There's a prison escape right now in Ohio, by the way. Lock your doors, hide your sons. I don't know what they're incarcerated for. But when it comes to Papa John, garlic butter, maybe the greatest residue to slip right out of jail.
Germs. I need to seize the absolutely incendiary power. Papa John's garlic butter. It's good. It helps you smolds it down. It makes it nice and smooth.
And I know Papa John's, issues. Yes.
Yeah.
But let's fucking not forget the pizza at Papa John's has gone downhill.
It's gone way
And as a matter of
down.
Yes.
fact, on their Grubhub, they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even have a picture of pizza as
He
their
definitely
profile.
was
It's
the-
a picture of the some pizza fucking
And it's been
sandwich.
like, and that's tangential to pizza. It should be pizza should be centered. Honestly, he was the Tony Stark of greased men.
And
Yeah.
of course, that's why Tony Stark is no longer allowed to do conference calls.
When I was a delivery driver for Papa John's in the fall of 2001. Yeah, that's right. September 11th. I was there. I was on the front line.
Wait, you
Really
guys-
driving for
Is that
Papa
real?
John's. Yeah.
Who ordered
Wait a second.
Hey guys,
Wait,
at
hold on a
World
second,
Trade
Crystal.
Center 1, did you guys order the you don't want the pizza anymore?
No. I wasn't driving for Papa John's on September 11th, but you know what? I was driving on September 12th.
So is it okay
Of course,
if
the
I just,
country was mourning.
can I just eat this pizza then? It looks like the building's on fire.
How did I not know that you drove for Papa John's?
Yeah, dude, I drove for Papa John's back in college. That was one of my that was my second or third job in college. Yeah, I drove for Papa
He's
John's for
mentioned
like
it
a
before.
year.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
a Jimmy John's guy. He's a Papa John's
No,
guy.
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's really strange. I did it for a semester until I went back I took a semester off from college radio, and then I delivered a pizza to one of the executive staff at the college radio. She paid me in quarters, dimes, and nickels.
Oh, God.
And then while she was counting out all of her
Oh.
quarters, dimes, and nickels, she said, you should really come back to the radio station in the spring. We all wondered why you didn't come this fall. And that's why I'm sitting here today. Seriously, if it wasn't, I am 1,000% serious that if it was not
Well,
for Papa John's,
there you go.
this entire podcast would not exist. I
Well, there you
probably
go.
wouldn't have gone back into radio.
Honestly, I'm so shocked about how central Papa John's has been to our entire show.
I'm telling you, that garlic butter changed the game along with the little peppuccino. I'm just so happy that what you saw wasn't a woman who was obviously borderline homeless, forced to pay with coins.
She was
You
borderline homeless.
saw-
She was
cheap.
She was cheap. She was a college student.
So you saw
Melanie.
and you said, you know what? I
Melissa?
want quarters too. And you got your quarters. And you got your quarters.
I got my quarters.
You were probably making more money as the delivery driver
Without
than
a
working
doubt.
for the radio station.
No, I made more. Once I became underwriting director the next semester, I actually made more money than I did at Papa John's
And you
because
can't-
people in Lubbock tipped for shit. And we also had we were also on kind of like the shitty, we
Yeah.
had shittier people. Like we were the trailer park Papa John's,
Yeah.
which was, because that's the thing. You waste 30 minutes trying to find the fucking trailer because
Yeah.
none of the goddamn numbers are in order.
I
It's
know.
15, then it's 93, then it's 6, then it's 14. And there's always somebody that's flagging you down because they see the fucking topper
They just
on top of
want
your
it.
car.
Nailed
They flag
me?
you down. They go,
Yeah.
hey, here's I ordered that pizza. That's my pizza. And then he gives you fucking $10. And then you get back to the fucking store and they say,
never
hey,
was.
the guy at fucking Apple Valley Trailer Park didn't get his
Yeah.
fucking
Didn't get
pizza.
his
You got to go
pizza.
back out there.
You hear this,
got to go
Rich?
back out there.
And you know, I really honestly blame a lot of this rage on 9/11. I also
I
think
agree.
a part of this is that I cannot believe you then didn't use this to go deliver IEDs in Afghanistan.
Indeed, Papa in the house or in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, back to the bouncy house.
I love this story.
I love this story so much.
Because also the idea of like, because why do you need to set fire to bouncy houses? Don't you need to just pop them?
Yeah, I was going to say, can't just a needle just
Yeah, with a knife.
No, that's the thing. They might be able to They might be able to just order more bouncy houses very quickly. You want to destroy the infrastructure.
But
you want
you-
to destroy everything about the bouncy house business.
But for when he gets out and starts doing this again, I think
You
that
will.
you should use a knife and you basically slice the bottom of the bouncy house overnight. And so when you've already rented it and it opens up, it deflates. And then all of a sudden they're all mad at you, leaving 1-star recommendations on it. That's how you properly tank the business.
Yeah,
Mhm.
in a way.
Yeah, it is. But most of the time, though, he was unsuccessful. Most of the fires, they just kind of piddled in and out. But for A&A Jumping Castles, the burn man threw a Molotov cocktail through the window, and that fucker went up in flames, destroyed 110 bouncy houses.
Wow.
Fucking shit. It's like Auschwitz.
That is horrible.
That was $1.4 million in damages.
In bouncy houses?
In
That's a
bouncy
lot
houses.
in bouncy houses.
Yeah, the couple that owned the place, Michael and Aileen Andrew, they had to close their business, and they now both work casual jobs in childcare. The insurance didn't cover it. The whole thing went up in flames. You totally destroyed these people's lives.
Because I bet if you do arson on somebody else's business, these insurance companies, they never want to pay.
Yeah.
So they see it being arson, and I bet you they just flip it to the people who own the business. And they said, I bet you set fire to your own things. When we're like, well, it's just like, we're innocent bouncy house magnates.
Yeah, they're just bouncy house people. Also, now they work in childcare, and I'm sure they're fantastic, but it does seem like it could be predatory.
What are you talking about? Who do you think bouncy houses are for?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you going to do the pedophile thing again where you call everyone pedophiles just because they work with children?
Well, he's just saying, I just don't think he trusts bouncy houses.
I think...
Come on, come on. I like to see kids bounce. You don't think that people in the bouncy house profession have a slight more inclination to watching children jump?
I don't know. There's no
than
joy in
someone
seeing...
who doesn't have
I
a
think
bouncy
they
house.
just like seeing... I think they just like seeing kids be happy.
Yeah, the
1 in
only
7.
sexual play that you're going to get out of a
1 in
bouncy
7.
house is seeing a woman in a loose tank top bounce up and down like the man.
No, adults aren't allowed to go in. I've tried.
Well, you're a
Also, when I
special
was
adult.
12, they said 12-year-olds could go on.
You were 7 feet tall.
Yeah. I was 6'1".
Yeah, you're too
And they
big.
said, you can't go on with your friends.
No, you're just putting your rage against being born with inhuman bones against the entire world.
You're doing the thing again where you just call on somebody you don't like a pedophile.
I don't do that.
He doesn't even know if he dislikes the bouncy house dude.
I'm neutral.
Well, there's a fun little coda to this story. Balcom, before he was arrested, he was charged with 11 counts of conspiracy to commit arson, and he was released on bail. But he failed to show up to court for final directions hearing. His lawyer handed over a fake medical certificate saying, oh, he's sick. A warrant was then issued for his arrest, and he was found living on the other side of the country, the other side of the continent, in Perth, running a fraudulent stamp operation under the name Paul Johnson.
It's just so much harder to run all these scam businesses than to just go get a job.
I know.
Yeah, it really is. Also, how do you do counterfeit stamps?
I don't
Are they
know.
government issued?
I have no idea. It's Perth.
It's a
I don't really
You
understand
remember,
big stamp.
you know when we went to Perth?
Yeah, do you remember?
It's
I
out
do.
there, man. It is.
is.
It's weird. They call them Perthlings for a reason.
Yeah. Do you remember the smell?
It's very
Yeah,
strange.
but it was a beautiful place.
beautiful city,
Yes.
but it's strange.
A lot of
place.
statues.
Yeah.
There were a lot of statues.
There were a lot of statues, yeah, but it was the smell. The
I
smell
don't
was
recall
unlike...
the odor.
There was an odor amongst a group. A certain group.
He's saying that.
Now he's accusing
There was-
everybody of being stinky.
There was
He's
an
saying
odor.
That's even worse.
There was
He's
an
saying that
odor.
people in Perth
there was-
Are you talking about our fans?
No, there was an odor amongst one group
Of our fans.
during the meet and greet.
They
Oh
already
my
apologized.
God.
They
Oh
apologized.
my God, please.
I got those emails that were like,
got them.
sorry for being the smelly Perthlings.
They were just people from birth.
They were, but it was unlike. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it was unlike
I don't even
any
remember.
smell I've ever encountered in my life. It was unique,
Manual labor.
highly unique.
Hard-working
Like, you know how like
Perthlings.
nothing smells like patchouli? It's sort of like that.
Sure.
Yeah, it was like that. It was a patchouli-like scent.
Yeah, this hippy dippity, man.
Yeah, man. It's
Maybe.
a different kind of creme, man. They do.
Yeah.
They rub all sorts of crystals on their undersides.
Absolutely.
Next up, let's come back
All right.
to America for the next story. To Indiana, they're lifting their ban on throwing stars.
Whoa!
I
Finally.
Out of all the issues in Indiana, I'm surprised they took the time to ban them in the first place.
I can't believe they're finally lessening some of these horrible anti-ninja laws.
I agree.
And I hope that starts a wave of this country to bring the ninja back, because
I love a good ninja.
It's another attacked class.
It really is. Anti-ninja legislation really has been a problem in this country
It's
for
out of
many years now.
control.
am just super excited for the big, and I say this with love, doughy, fat Midwestern fuck who now can throw his ninja stars. Because they're going to be so funny because they're going to, you know what? There's nothing better than a chunky ninja.
I love.
They are funny. They're fun. And, you know, if you can be sneaky and chubby, that is pretty impressive.
Basically, if you guys see guys that are professional dart players, you can tell if you watch their whole bodies. A lot of times, me-shaped, right? Professional dart players, it's great. It's the best.
Love a good dart player.
Sport for a pot belly.
Sure. That
is
cornhole.
Darts, right? Because what it is the movement actually starts with your toes. And then you start a wave across your body that ripples through your body up to the arm, snaps it, boom, dart flies across the room.
Right.
Throwing stars, same muscle. I feel like to be
I agree.
the same thing. It's like a bowler. It's a drinking man's professional sport.
Also, why can't we have throwing star? Fuck the darts. Throwing star boards.
Yeah,
At the bar. It's your local bar.
Oh, your local bar. That's
You have to trust your clientele.
well, actually, where this is coming from, this is actually coming from the lobby that does involve a fair amount of drinking, depending on where these businesses operate. Comes from the axe throwing lobby, big axe throwing.
Oh yeah. They're trying to diversify.
Yeah, they're trying to diversify, and it was actually a senator named Linda Rogers who pushed for the legislation. She approves of the final version. She said, no matter what type of recreational activity, you want to make sure there's safety precautions in place. And she said that she knows these businesses will certainly make sure that that's the case.
Is she from the Monster Energy Drink Lobbying Association?
Next, they're going to bring back lawn darts. That'll be fun. Those stuck in a bunch of kids' heads.
Dude, my grandpa had lawn darts, and that was awesome. They were deadly as
They're
fuck.
very dangerous.
Yeah, it was
very dangerous.
so powerful to throw a true javelin at 9 years old.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when we went to the Renaissance Fair just a few weeks ago, they did have a full, they had axe throwing and they had throwing star throwing. I remember that.
Right here, there's a sake bar that has a throwing star range. That is real. There's an American bar that is a ninja-themed sake bar in San Bernardino.
Oh,
San Bernardino.
Yeah, let's see
San Bernardino.
Let's see if it's still open, but yeah, right here, look, you can see it has the oh no, this is just a collective of a funny fake video of a ninja throwing star into a man that was unsuspecting. I think this is from American Ninja 2.
Near the Brooklyn brewery there in Brooklyn, they have a bar where you can throw the axe, and I tried to do it, and you throw it once and then you're good.
You got to do it right.
But you don't. I didn't, and then it's just like I don't want to throw it again.
I did it at a Ren Fair back in 2008.
Yeah,
I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I didn't really understand what the appeal of it was.
You know what I'd rather do? I wish that there was a bar concept where you'd go and they line up how Home Depot has the window kind of sets up, and they give you a cinder block.
It's fucking awesome.
And you just throw it through, call it Riot Bar.
Yeah.
And then you get to do all that stuff that you do in a riot, but you get out of your system.
I love it.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, you call it defenestrators.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I love it, man. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, the guy that's behind this, or the guy that really is very excited about it and is talking to the press about it, his name is Ryan Gustin. He owns the Flying Squirrel Axe Throwing in Speedway. He said, we get people coming in every day asking us about it.
Yeah, every day. Just trying to find a way to get rid of these throwing stars.
Yeah. And he's planning to start a throwing star league after Indiana lifts its ban.
Hey, you guys have throwing stars that I could throw, or just axes, huh?
This guy looks like a human throwing star. If you look at him,
I can see him. Yeah,
that is a white ninja. I love a white ninja.
There you go. He's definitely got some alternative medicine.
Very much so. Very much so. Yeah. But one more thing about the throwing stars, they will, however, be dulled. The sharp edges will be dulled.
Why?
Well, what's the point then?
You can have points, but not knife edges.
Just throw rocks then. Well, how is it supposed to stick to the bar?
It can be pointy.
Whoa.
It can be pointy. Because right now,
do you trust me or not, state of Indiana?
I thought you just made this legal.
No, you made. But basically, what they legalized was a piece of metal in the shape of a star.
This is the Delta 8 of weapons.
shurikens.
And it's worse.
That's so much worse. Just make it either do one or the other. I want it.
God, Indiana.
I can't believe
Come
this
on.
kind of fucking governmental control. We need to go to the Capitol.
Yeah.
I
We
agree.
need to take this whole system down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's what Gustin says he's going to do. That's what he says he's going to do. But the
Well, I'm
legislation.
not going
this out.
I'm
This
not
is
going
incredible.
to Gustin's fucking place.
No, fuck him.
This is very Indiana. When the legislation was first proposed this session, all they wanted was to just have it in recreational businesses. But House lawmakers broadened the bill before signing it into law, allowing them in, quote, almost any environment.
Great.
Look at these
This
guys.
is
Look at the
great.
guys from the Anarchy Axe Throwing Championship. These guys are just, I love.
You know?
It's a bowler's body that
It
you
is.
see in the
Everyone's-
axe
it is
throwing
a bowler
community.
body, man.
Everyone's got to find a community of their own, don't they?
Wow.
They do.
How many of the shuriken community do you think was at January 6th?
Oh, man. There's a
How many
crossover.
white ninjas were there?
Yeah.
There's a crossover. But you know what? I actually don't think many. They're going with more Celtic style violence.
Sure.
Because they've ruined Thor and other fantastic mythos.
They very much have.
But they're tempting to, but we don't let them.
We won't let them take it.
No, none at all. Well,
All
for
right.
our last story, let's go back to Australia.
Oh, my God.
New South Wales new police minister has spoken out after being accused of being missing in action after a cop tasered a 95-year-old great-grandmother.
Give that guy a Purple Heart. Now, what did this woman do to deserve a tasering?
Actually, I think COVID did give him a Purple Heart.
Oh.
Well, first of all, she has dementia.
Oh.
She weighs 95 pounds.
Oh,
Lord.
She had been holding a steak knife when she slowly approached the police officer at the Yallambee Lodge, and
Oh,
Senior
Lord.
Constable Christian White, 33, blasted a taser on Mrs. Nowlin, prompting her
Oh.
to collapse to the ground, knock her head, and suffer a bleed to the brain. She is receiving end-of-life care
No!
in hospital.
I mean,
you can't tase
yeah,
her.
no, you
She's
can't.
95 pounds,
You
5'2", 95 years old.
Well-
you can't taser her.
You know the only person that could taser me and Michelle Pfeiffer when she was Catwoman.
That was good.
Remember that? She
Yeah.
like kissed the person with the taser.
So
Yeah.
this
So this
woman-
guy had a projectile taser.
He had a projectile
Wow.
taser.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, so
okay.
he didn't even have the balls
Get close.
to do a close-up taser.
No.
He shot her from afar because she was approaching like one of the creatures from It Follows.
She was slowly shuffling towards him with a steak
Hey,
knife.
are you cake? I saw that show where everything is cake.
Dude, everything is freaking cake. My
Are
Instagram
you
is full of
kidding?
cake.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then,
Okay.
wow, we just and then, wow.
Yeah, he tased. I mean,
Don't tase me, grandson.
There was another case of like a 93-year-old dude in Texas who got tased. We got to stop. These old people don't need to be tased.
I do feel like the
Just
cops are like, well, I didn't shoot him.
I know.
don't think
I
they have
could have
guns.
beaten him with a stick.
I don't know if they have guns in Australia as far as the cops go. I don't recall seeing them.
I remember the cops having guns. They just didn't have automatic weapons.
Yeah. You know, with a old of a lady, you could just grab her by the shoulders and push her down.
You could do
definitely
what those
like
Russians
a
did.
flying knee. Honestly, takes down a woman. You could throw a head of lettuce at her and she'd fall down.
Or
You're like,
you just back away.
pull the carpet out.
Trick her into going into the bathroom. Lock her in. Wait until she calms down.
So many things you can do. All you got to do.
To
There's
tie
an all
her
you
out
can-
like she's an alpaca that got out of a zoo.
So what's going to happen to this cop? I don't think he should have a badge anymore.
He absolutely should. No, he's on administrative leave.
He's thinking real hard about
yeah.
what he's done.
He's
Good.
90. The woman was 94 pounds, 5'2". Guess this guy's size.
6'7", 325 pounds of pure American male. Even though he's Australian.
6'1", 300 pounds.
Holy,
You know, to be
fucking
honest, though,
shit.
that is the size of a man who is too lazy to take down a grandma.
Or do you think
Because that's 6'1", 300. He's round.
big.
Do you not think that maybe you're just giving this guy, I mean, 1,000 pounds too much credit, but he's like, my hands are too strong. Like I can't use my hands on the woman because I'll break her brittle bones. So
No,
I'll use science's gentle lulling call of electricity.
Well, you know, But that's the thing. If
I
he
set it
takes
to low. I set it to simmer.
Can you set it to different settings?
I'm sure.
probably,
Yeah, because I bet you there's because especially like you've seen those guys. Well, you know, like remember that one story? It was like you ever seen that viral video? That was the guy that was like roided out, and then the cop shoot him with the projectile stunners, and it zap, and then he just the guy just stands there and he goes, "I'm coming for you, son," and then they just go
that's
and they.
scary.
It's great. You should look up that video. You'd love it.
You do not have control over the strength of a taser. It's not.
Really?
Yeah. You. Well, that's
I thought you'd set it to like warm, or you'd set it to stun.
No, you don't have stun or kill or anything
That's
like
Batman. That's Batman's utility belt.
that. Yeah,
I feel like
Star
there's
Trek.
There's a market for this.
Yeah, I agree. There should be levels of the amount of shock that one
Not
gets.
everybody gets the same.
Old lady. Yeah.
Old lady, you do
Old lady setting.
Old lady setting where it's mostly just like saying like, girls are wearing pants now.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? And then she's shocked. And she just like falls
That's
down.
a good thing.
You
You
know,
could just scream that.
Yeah, say a bunch of stuff. Being like, they eat ass now. You know what eating ass is, great grandma? And then she'd
Yeah,
be like,
she
no.
Dude, that's one of the biggest myths of all time. These old people are perverted.
Yeah. Well, that old people don't have sex.
Oh, they have
It's not
sex
about that.
all the
I
time.
just don't know if they're like, to be honest, I feel like they're sexing each other, but I don't know if they're like rimming each other.
Oh, I think that they do. I think that they have done it all.
If I make it to 85, I'm retiring from eating ass.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Analingus.
Analingus. He's retiring, age 85.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, what the big controversy in Australia is right now, though, of course, everyone's shocked that, well, excuse the pun,
Yes.
over the use of this taser on the grandma. But what everyone's really mad about is that the police commissioner, a woman named Karen Webb, has declined to release the footage. Not only has she declined to release the footage, she says that she won't even watch the body cam footage of the incident.
She's got to watch it.
She has to watch
See,
it.
No,
she
not
says she
really-
won't. She says that the investigation isn't going to go any faster if she watches it or not.
Yeah,
and
well-
she just didn't want to, so she's not going to.
It will go faster because she'll have evidence to see what
That's
what
me
actually
like
happened.
just not watching the Oscars because I don't want them to exist. But
Right.
they do.
They do.
They do. Well, not for much longer. But the nice thing is, if they did release it, what are we seeing here?
You're seeing the
An
body
old
cam-
woman getting tased.
An old woman getting tased, yeah.
I kind of like it left up to the imagination. Because I could just like see like zzz, and be like, oh God.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
It's gonna
because I
be
think in
funnier-
real life it's very sad.
It's going to be funnier in your imagination, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I'm actually just for some reason picturing an elderly Bugs Bunny in a dress getting tased.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I see.
That's
See,
what you think.
I
I
looked
don't
up
need to see an old woman suffering.
I looked up do elderly people eat ass, and then this came up. A woman's areas turn me on when they lie on their stomach, legs spread, ass in the air. I hear dinner bells. Nothing better than soaking wet pussy dripping down to a tight ass. Better than cake. Sticking 2 fingers in the G spot, rubbing the clit, tongue, and ass usually leads to orgasms for her, me as well.
An
A woman's
older
body
person?
is like the greatest playground. If it means better orgasm for the girl, that I'm willing to do whatever she wants.
And there was an older person that wrote that?
No, I mean it's misspelled.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
it
it
could
says
be.
Brian O'Regan, former freaky lesbian feminist.
All right. Well, there you go. Isn't that
And
absolutely
they've answered
fantastic?
499 questions on Quora.
So they really
Wow.
have. Yeah, they answer questions such as, I saw my husband licking my daughter's butt. Should I confront him?
Oh,
Why does my
What?
husband insist that he wants to lick my butt? My boyfriend has been rimming my butthole recently, and he loves it. Is
the
it
first
weird?
one's really the only problem.
I saw my daughter rimming my husband, or I saw my husband rimming my daughter.
My husband licking my daughter's butt. Are there any ass licking pictures available?
Yes.
That's just a prompt.
Yeah.
It just
There
says,
are.
are there any ass licking pictures
Available.
available?
Well,
I mean, you'd think you don't have to go to Quora for that. You think you could Google that first.
yeah, and there are a lot.
My husband licks my vagina and anus after I'm done urinating or defecating before letting me wash. Is there anything wrong? I really enjoy it and love him to the core for that.
Sure, just have fun. Why are you on Quora?
Interesting.
I'm here now.
Got some news. Friday, I'm getting my bidet installed.
All right. Well,
My boy.
there we go. Very
Never
nice.
go hungry again.
That is- no, don't drink it. No.
And Henry, I got the same one you got.
Yeah, buddy.
I got the one that opens up and says,
Gimme.
hey, big boy.
Hey, got lunch?
Except I think mine's going to be, hey, big boy, I think it's time for you to come over here and give me a little bit of sandwich.
Grumble, grumble. Time for breakfast.
I just want my toilet to sound like Keith Morrison. Friday, 2 p.m. I love Keith Morrison. Keith Morrison, Morgan Freeman. Who would you rather have as the God voice in your head?
Keith Morrison, because Morgan Freeman was having sex with his granddaughter.
That's not true.
There you go, you idiot.
You're perpetuating a myth.
He's perpetuating a myth, Marcus.
You're perpetuating a myth.
Now, Marcus yelled at both of us.
You're perpetuating slander, sir.
Perpetuating slander.
Perpetuating slander.
I'm going to go with Morgan Freeman then.
He had a sexual relationship with his step-granddaughter.
Step by step, oh baby. All right, everyone. Is that it?
That's it. That's all that. Other than the guy who got hit by a car after he helped a bunch of baby ducks across the road, and an 11-year-old saw it.
Yeah, teaches you to fucking not watch your own goddamn back. You can't keep yourself held
No,
on
he was
swivel.
a victim. It's very sad.
Well, he's not a victim. He is. No, he crossed the street when he shouldn't have, and he got hit by a teenager. And that teenager is now traumatized because she killed a guy. She was not at fault at all. He was crossing the street without looking.
He was helping ducks.
He was more concerned with helping baby ducks, and now girls now has to live with a
Maybe
death
he
on her
needs to think
conscience.
about why some husbands are licking their daughter's butt and whether or not they need to actually do anything to intervene.
All right, everyone.
Man, this was a good light week, but you guys got to know we are heading deep into historical territory over the next couple of weeks.
A massive historical story, and I'm just going to give you one hit. 20th century history.
Yes.
20th century history.
Very important to where we are now in America. We're going to go. There's a lot of interesting characters, a lot of fucked up stuff. Actually, a lot of it's quite sad.
Isn't that fun? Well, that's right. Be discussing the rise of the TV dinner and how the microwave changed the American family.
It brought them together, but yet it tore them apart.
It really did, didn't it? Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. That's it. Hail yourselves.
Hail Sid.
Again.
Hail
me, dirty old fuckers. This is good. It's good and loose.
Yeah,
That's
real good and loose. No,
fun.
it's fun. That's why we got to do these True Crime Roundups. I love it.
I agree.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.